Welcome guys, let's see what we got for this week. As usually we're gonna start with the USD CAD. The USD CAD moved to the downside, and with the NFP a good move to the upside. That was something that we could expect from the market. What is this is a picture right in front of us is that we bouncing from the zero line, we're getting the buy signal and also bouncing from the REMA, which is a good sign for the following up move. But if it goes about this point, there is a chance for a divergence, so we have to look out for that. Anyways, we see more significant colors, not like the last week, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. But on the weekly basis, you see there is green, and the REMA faster moving average is coming closer and closer to the slow moving average. So that's a good point. And as I said, actually this is a sideways move, and now what we are expecting from the market is going back to the upside. All right, that's what we are looking for. A quick look out for the monthly basis. On a monthly basis, there is no change, and actually we see still red on the two indicators, but the bulls are still dominating. All right, that's what I'm looking for. The Audi NZD sideways, nothing really happens. Going it for a while from January, actually just go sideways. But Australian interest rate is coming, and I don't think they're gonna add interest rates, so I think it will stay the same. But what we are seeing right now, I don't know exactly when it was, just a quick look out. Tuesday. So Tuesday in the morning, we're gonna have interest rate, which is an interesting point because it could finally just move somewhere. But as I see, we have a buy signal. We are under the zero line, but it's moving around the zero line, so that's never a good point. What we are looking for is more like the waves and how the waves are moving, not something like this. When you see something like that on the smaller time frames, you should just stop trading and do whatever you want, because that's not the right timing to trade on when you see that on the charts. All right, what I see here is a possibility for a divergence, but that's it. On the daily basis, I still see more red than green, actually. So I would say on monthly basis that it should go to the downside. So the Audi should be weakening. Okay, let's see a bigger picture. Oh, damn. So if you see the 6 month, that is a huge momentum to the downside, but I think 6 months will be beat too much. 3 months, even if you see this on 3 months, it's just from 2014. It's just like big mess, like nothing really happens right there. It's just crazy. Okay, didn't expect that. Let's see now on a smaller time frame, for example, the 4 hour. And the 4 hour shows us a potential divergence until it does not break this point. If we get a confirmation of this divergence and we are under the zero line, then we should actually see a move to the downside with the interest rates. Okay, so this is the main point here. And if it confirms here with the sell signal, then we should see something like this. All right. So once again, the interest rate is right there. So that is what we are looking for. And here is a possibility for the divergence, and we are below the zero line. But the REMO is crossing and it goes to the upside. So that's something that we are looking for as well as a confirmation, right? So, yeah. Then the Euro CHF, let's see the Euro CHF. Euro CHF played out very well after the divergence, but slowed down. Actually, nothing big really happened. We got the candle to the downside, but actually that's it. Like I said, nothing really big happened right there. We are still to the bear side actually, but something is about to change in my opinion if I see this whole picture. But don't forget the fact that on the bigger picture we are just going to the downside. So, but here is a possibility for a structural divergence, and that's how it starts when something is about to change. This is how exactly things looks like. Or if we're talking about correctional move, which could mean that we're gonna see a weaker CHF, which is very interesting actually, but it's far away. So it's 3-month candles. It can take 1 or 2 years, but something is about to hit the Swiss franc, and I don't know exactly why, but yes, there is some changes already. Something like, as you see here, there was big divergence right there. And even if it was a correctional move, it was a huge move. We are talking about thousands of pips, and that's huge. And something is forming right there. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. But for now, we see getting closer to the zero line buy signal, the fast moving average jumped from the slow one, and we are dancing on the weekly as well around the slow moving average. Okay, so interesting picture. Then the Euro GBP went down to our first target zone, and I already marked here. This could be a potential divergence point for us. And the prices moved to the upside. So what we are looking for is another move to the downside when the divergence is confirmed, because this is moving aggressively to the downside. But it can take 2-3 days, even a week to go, for example, to this point, and after that turning to the downside. So I think that's very possible. And the previous low was reached actually, which is also very beautiful. This was the idea when the first our first zoom was here, kind of like, yes, here was our first zoom, and this was the first idea, but playing out very well as I see. Okay, then we are heading to the DXY, and the DXY played out also correctly. As you know, I had a drawing here, and I removed from the last session the drawing because I was looking for this possibility of the divergence and an up move. And the interesting thing is that we doesn't see a move on the destroyer to the upside, which is Not a common thing, but it has the potential to go even on a higher spot, which is very good. But the weekly divergence is activated, and it slowly but goes to the upside. And here we are looking for a cross when it happens. This will cross as well, and we can even see bigger move to the upside. And this could be going for months actually, so I'm very positive about that. There is a high volume level on the daily basis, and as you see, this was the, the drawing, and yeah, okay, it was played out very well. Okay, looking for the confirmations, and we can see a further move to the upside, which means we're gonna see a stronger dollar, and that's what I was discussing last week with you guys. Then let's say XY made a divergence right there. What is interesting thing, the sell signal bounce from the zero line. So I can remove this because it doesn't matter anymore. I would like to see a down move, but as if I'm not wrong, oh no, there will be a lot of Canadian dollar news. Yes. A lot of Canadian dollar news next week, but it's slowly turning everything into the orange and the red colors. So there is still some places I would like to see. This will be the ultimate confirmation when it turns into red as well. So that's a good point actually to follow. But this is also sideways move. What we are expecting here is another move to the upside until this ups different way. So until this two does not break, actually, until then, it doesn't gonna make another move in any other direction. So yeah, that's what we are waiting for. Right now is looking it's about to go down. Then the AXY didn't remove yesterday the drawing, but now I will, because didn't made an up move, even not in spikes. And why is that? Because the indexes are opening at 14. So why the DXY is moving constantly and we see spikes, for example, we don't gonna see on the AXY. So but actually I drawed here the same thing what I drawed on the DXY, and it's moving to the downside. There is a huge gap between the two. There is a buy signal, which is not so sexy, but it's going to the downside. The momentum, it's looking great. And here we have already the cross, the sell signal, and the potential divergence. But I think the momentum will be stronger in the picture what I see, and this could mean that we're gonna see a big move. This could be a big and aggressive move actually. All right. Um. Yes, the EXY. What we see on the EXY is actually that we had a divergence, and the divergence played out very well. Um. The divergence here bounced from the zero line, just made what it had to. I already drawed here the possibility for the next move. You see that. I wanted to come back here because for me that's also something interesting, because this looks like almost a perfect Elliott wave, which I don't really use, but this is something. As you know, the combinations, you have the impulse to the upside, the correctional move, the second one, correctional move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, A, B, and this will be the C, and the C is an aggressive movement, so C will be the faster movement, which is why is it interesting? Just a small thing, because you see the confirmations of the indicators as well. Okay, so I think this is a good point. From the momentum perspective, I draw, you guys probably remember, I draw here a break retest concept, and same thing happened here. Um, Actually, if I look into this way, this is not the correct way, because normally the A shouldn't be go lower than this point, but yeah, still a great wave to count on. Actually, just some interesting things. Okay. Then the EXY I already told and already draw what is about to happen. And the BXY, I draw here the position on the DXY, and we are getting to the zero line. I would like to see a continuation. I would like the price C on a lower spot. Also the divergence confirming we already got a red momentum on the VV, and this is about to cross, so that's also great sign. All right. And the SXY also divergence, structural divergence. You see from both sides the divergences, but here you see the bounce, which is agreed. Here, bounce from the zero line, the sell signal is right there, and this is about to cross. So right now we are looking to the downside, but don't forget the fact that this is still correctional. When it's gonna be confirmed when the zero line is crossed, actually. Okay. Then will be the break confirmed. Okay, the AXY that was something different. Um, the spike is just crazy, but as you see, for example, on monthly basis, it should go to the downside. Actually, it should go to the downside. There is okay, a small structural divergence, but that's it. That's it. I wouldn't say here is structural divergence either. So yeah, this is a divergence possibility right there and right there, but the momentum is right now bearish, so I would follow that one. And as I said in the chat, interesting thing, the USA, so America, attacked Syria and Iraq, and I think there will be some consequences in the market as well. Which is also an interesting thing, is it always happening on Friday. I don't know why, but probably you should know the answer. This is XY, almost the same thing. Here is a possibility for a divergence at the low until this does not break, actually on a weekly basis. So that's what I'm looking for. But here we had a similar thing, and this is what I drew here last week based on this forming divergence, but we didn't got the confirmation. We got the confirmation just now, but it should move to the downside as well. Then the gold reached the previous point beautifully and rejected it as well. So that was a good thing to see. But on the gold, we have a different picture. Like we cannot compare to any charts actually right now. There is a possibility for the divergence, but it's just a possibility because this is in green, this is in green. But as I said to you guys on yearly basis, is still a huge divergence which is about to form. I don't know exactly when, but I see this will be activated. Um, sure about that. This will be activated matter of time. So I'm still preferring move to the downside. And I see some signs, not big signs, but already see some signs that something is changing, like the structure here. Try to go to the downside, but right now with the war, I don't know what is about to happen. But there is no correlation right now between the XY and the gold. So gold is doing his own business right now. So trade carefully when you trade on gold, actually. Okay. Weekly basis, daily basis. All right. Wait for the confirmations in the market. Then fast US 30, which is also an interesting thing. Here comes an structural divergence slowly in. And here divergence possibility also in structural divergence, because here was spike of the volume. So what we are looking for is actually and divergence, and something to end here, because as you see, that was a long period to the upside. Okay, we're gonna have at least some correctional moves, and also, which is very interesting, we already confirmed the sell signal, but it just goes to the upside, and those things are mostly when the price is about to fall, but it's just not ready yet. So they keep pushing. Same thing what happened in 2008, and just after that we could see the collapsing market, and the market needs something, because it just doesn't exist that the price goes year after year to the upside. Okay, and this could be also huge, as I see here. Here gonna be our point, and this gonna be probably a divergence. So even if it falls, let's say to 20,000, I mean, there will be a huge divergence, and it will continue to the upside, by the way. So yeah, that's mostly the best scenario, but it's gonna need some recovery, let's say that, because just cannot go something like this on. And as you see, for example, 3 months, there is a structural divergence coming in, and the divergences moving also in the moving average. So yeah, there is definitely something out there on the US 30, and I know that most of you don't trade on the US 30. All right, now a quick look out on the news. Monday should be liquid as well, with ESM, S&P, and HCOB. And Tuesday, as I said, interest rate, retail sales, unemployment rate, EV, PMI from the Canadian dollar Tuesday, and in the evening, the unemployment rate. Wednesday, not really big things, so should go in the favor of the momentum. Nothing is about to change that. Same thing on Thursday with just jobless claims. And we're gonna end the Friday with some Canadian news. So that's why I said a lot of Canadian news. All right. That's it, guys. See each other next week. Have a great evening. And let's get next week. Bye bye.